We're back.
We're back. Do you want to do a little musical song and dance number for us?
No, because then the thing will freeze.
That's right. The universe telling us something. Well, we are talking about our top 10 favorite pop culture headlines for the week, and we're kicking this week off with a continuation of last week. I don't know if you guys saw, I'm sure you did. It was all over the news and online that Kathy Lee came back on air to the Kathy Lee and Hoda Today show this past Monday after Frank had died the previous week. And she gave the most moving, fitting, just tribute to him, just talking about a side of him that I don't think I knew existed, but just about a wonderful, faith-centered man he was and how they really preached that to their kids and just raised them to be strong Christians. And I don't know, I just liked that she really went human and very personal and just went with it and somehow managed to maintain composure the entire time. In those moments, it was like the first, time in so long that Kathy Lee hasn't annoyed me. And, after she's been through such a great tragedy, I was like, there is a really, really strong, person, broadcaster, just great personality in there. And it's always just covered up by all the crap. So thought it was a really great time for her real personality to come out, and I just want to give a little cheers to Kathy Lee for her awesome tribute to Frank.
Well, I'll tell you another story that I saw on the Today Show this morning that I just found highly entertaining was this Rihanna Matt Barnes story where there were all these rumors circulating about them dating, and then Matt Barnes was very vague about it. Like, oh yeah, we could be. And then Rihanna comes out and is like, I have never met this dude. And I actually think she wanted to call it out and was a little irritated, but I thought she handled it very well because I would have been much angrier if someone was trying to use that to gain popularity or to garner headlines. I would have been much angrier than she was. So kudos to her for handling it the way she did, but it was pretty funny to hear everyone reporting on it, kind of ridiculing this dude who I really don't know who he is. I mean, I know who he is, but he's not famous, so hence the reason he's kind of making up headlines.
Agreed.
So tell me about someone else who you didn't think was that famous and had no idea she was even dating anyone.
It's funny, that's where my head was going as well. I was like, oh, in other love news, apparently love prevails again this week because Julianne Hough, who last she'd broken up with Ryan Seacrest, but in my mind that was I don't know, just a few moments ago, but apparently she's in love and getting married, and I'm to care, and I do, a little bit.
So I have no idea who her fiance is.
I don't know. I think he's in sports, something. He hits a ball of some sort. I'm not sure. I actually think it's a puck. I think he might be a hockey player. Worked out really well for Hillary Duff, I think, and that other one, that tiny girl that's on Heroes. Great hockey players, and it turned out well.
It's Cameron.
Oh, the best
example.
That's the best example. Good job.
And let me tell you what someone dating a hockey player makes me think of, though, because this is where my brain goes. Who is the man on and off the ice? Psh, ice, ice, baby. Sorry, I just watched 13 Going on 30 last week. Okay, let's move on to some exciting news for me. I'm not sure that you're as excited as I am, but BuzzFeed put up a very entertaining post for me that Britney Spears is somehow back. We have no idea what happened, but as of August 7th, Britney Spears has returned to normal. I don't know if she is on new drugs or maybe she's on no drugs or maybe she's just dating the right dude. I have no idea, but I watched every single clip from her Vegas performance and it was a completely different person than I saw perform in Vegas a little over a year ago.
Okay. I will say that she just broke up with that guy, the Charlie Ebersol guy who's the son of, the head of NBC Sports, Dick Ebersol. That seemed like, okay, we've chosen kind of a normal dude, but that's the only change that's been because she's still under daddy's conservatorship. I think that's permanent. So all I can think is breakup done good. Speaking of resurrections, guess who popped up on my DVR this week? Okay, Matthew Lawrence. Matthew Lawrence. Still with me? Yeah, you're with me. Not the older one that shaved his head is on that Melissa and Joey show, and not the younger one that I don't know about him. The middle one that was super hot and on my list for a long time when he was on Boy Meets World, he popped up on Girl Meets World because they're bringing all the old characters back, and he's not on my list anymore.
Which is sad because I just met him 2 years ago and I sent you a picture with him. It was very exciting at the ATX Fest when they came to talk about Girl Meets World.
Yeah, no. And he was dreamy then. I don't know what happened.
Okay, well, speaking of another resurrection and someone who was ill, it's very exciting to hear that Tracy Morgan is feeling better and will be the third guest of the new season of SNL as a host. And, he had said on the Today Show when they interviewed him a few months back that if Lauren would have him, he would love for his first appearance to be back walking across that stage. So I think it's super exciting. I think we'll see a lot of other old characters popping up that night, old actors, characters, whatever you want to call them, popping up that night. I think it's going to be a really great show, and I'm super excited for it. So that's like the middle of October. We'll see that.
That's so awesome. I know. I saw that. It gave me goosebumps because I was like, that was very quick. It's only been a year. I mean, that was massive accidents come back from, so I can't wait to see him, and I love that he's going for it. I want to get off the resurrection kick for a second because I'd like to talk about somebody that would just like to go back in the hole. And again, that would be Donald Trump. It's like another week, another Trump headline. He was interviewed talking about women and somehow just randomly brought up how Heidi Klum is no longer a 10, which is just amazing to me. I love that seemingly, at least for now, she's getting the last laugh because she had a little Twitter backlash fun with it and totally uploaded this video where she's wearing a t-shirt, a 10, and someone in a Trump mask comes up behind her, pulls the 10 off, and she reveals she's a 9.99, and she's got all these hilarious hashtags to go with it, and just, I think, handled it with, like, class and humor, and I just was like, it's one thing if we're going to, like, talk about political issues, those seem to be headlines that pop up, but I feel like every week it has something that has nothing to do with the campaign.
But he's still in the headlines, which is the saddest part about it. I was thinking that, like, I love that Heidi trumped Trump, but on the opposite side, I hate that we're still hearing something new about him every day. But we're going to be for a while, so I just need to suck it up and start planning my life in London. Another interesting headline I saw today is in New York. They are launching a cabaret Broadway outdoor music festival, which is just really interesting because, I feel like everybody's kind of getting these different festivals, and it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I hate when it seems like people are jumping on bandwagons, but I think it's really cool that all these different genres and just different everything. I mean, the fact that there's TV festivals now and there's web festivals and podcast festivals and obviously Comic-Cons and bigger things, but it's just really cool to see all these different genres getting these festivals. So there's this cabaret music festival that called the Elsie Fest in New York, and it's got Darren Criss, who is from Glee, and just did Hedwig, and Lea Salong, who a lot of people know from Aladdin. She was the singing voice of Jasmine. Another actress called Laura Osnes, who, that's probably not how you say her name, but who I know because she won the Grease reality show where somebody won the role of Sandy and somebody won the role of Danny, and she won the role of Sandy. So that's how I know her.
Well, speaking of musical and just big hair, big personality, big everything. Did you hear that Dolly Parton? Yeah, that Dolly. I heard. That's the one. Dolly is Dolly. They're filming a Dolly Parton biopic movie, and they're doing it here in Atlanta. And I'm super excited because I'm like, does that mean Dolly's coming? Because I kind of want that. But it's got Ricky Schroeder in it as as her father, which, much like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, was there a point where he wanted me to call him Rick?
There was, and I think he just gave up on it.
Okay, I just was making sure because I was about to fire back and defend him in support of drop the Y. He's an adult now, but now I'm like, oh no, he wants us to go back to calling him Ricky, and I will do that. So, anyways, I think it's awesome because it's been the week of Dolly for me after seeing that, and also seeing where she was at TCA's and talking about how she'd love to pop up on Grace and Frankie to reunite with her 9 to 5 co-stars, and I'm like, Please do.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I don't even care how they write her in. I just want her to pop up. I think that would be so awesome. So that's the last thing making me happy this week.
Yeah, and the last thing making me happy is a tie-in to that, country tie-in. Tim McGraw brought his 18-year-old daughter Grace onto the stage with him singing a song off of his new album. I don't know if she sings in that song on the album or if he just brought her on stage. But it's the most adorable clip. And she really doesn't even sing that much. She does sing well, but she doesn't have a huge part. But he's so excited that at one point he's kind of like jumping up and down. And it's just adorable to see like that proud parent moment and you know, a real moment. Yeah, sure, they're on stage like celebrities, but it was just a real moment of pride, and it made me smile. So that's what I'm ending on, something good.
I love it. Well, I think we should start and end on something good every week. I like that.
Sounds like a plan, which means no Trump stories.
We're Kardashians.
Exactly.